Shiviti Adonai Lenegitami Imimini Balemo Lachen Samachli Ve'agel Kevodi Avesari Iskol Laveta Ki lo tazov nafshi lisho Lo titein chasidcha lirot shahat Todieni orach chaim Orach chaim Sovas emachot et paneh Nimot b'mincha netzach Shiviti Adonai lenegdi tamid Kimimini balemot. I have set the eternal always before me. God is at my side. I shall not be moved. Therefore does my heart exult and my soul rejoice, and my being is secure. For you will not abandon me to death, nor let your faithful one see destruction. You show me the path of life. Your presence brings fullness of joy. Enduring happiness is your gift. Adonai, what are we that you have regard for us? What are we that you are mindful of us? We are like a breath. Our days are like a passing shadow. We come and go like grass, which in the morning shoots up renewed, and in the evening fades and withers. You cause us to turn to dust, saying, Return, O mortal creatures. Would that we were wise, that we understood whither we are going. For when we die, we carry nothing away. Our glory does not accompany us. Mark the wholehearted and behold the upright. They shall have peace. Death has taken our beloved J. Daniels, husband of Marlene of 58 years, who preceded him in death, father of Karen and Ross, father-in-law of Ron and Amy, grandfather of Rebecca and David, brother of Clark and of Dick, who preceded him in death, beloved uncle, family member, and dear friend. Our friends grieve in their darkened world. In their silence there is lamentation, in their tears there is loneliness. Lost in their sorrow, may they find the presence of loving friends. Hear them, O God, be with them. For Jay's love that united all in life, in which death cannot sever, for his companionship that was shared along life's path and which continues through the tenderness of memory, for the gifts of his heart and mind that brought us joy and happiness and are now a precious remembrance. For all these and more, we give our thanks to God. In this time of grief, we listen to the voice of our sacred scriptures that brings us the ever-new message of God's nearness, telling us of our kinship with the Creator, in light as in darkness, in joy as in sorrow, in life as in death. And today we join together online right now for an abbreviated burial service, and then later for a memorial service this evening. We may not be able to be together. We are together in our mourning for Jay. These are difficult times for all of us. And Psalm 23 reminds us that at those difficult times, as we march through our darkest valleys, God is with us. And today we are alongside each other. We accompany each other through our darkest valleys. Adonai Rohi Lo Hexai Vino Tesheyabitseni Almei Menuho Yenachaleni Nafshi Yeshoveh Yaheni v'magalet tzedek leman shemo gam ki elech v'gitz al maveh lo irara ki ata imadi shiftecha mesatecha Taro lefanai shul haneged zorai Deshan b'shem en roshi kosi revaya ach tov v'hesed yudefuni kol yemei hayai Beshavti b'veit Adonai le'orech yamim. Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. God maketh me to lie down in green pastures. God leads me beside still waters. God restores my soul. God guides me a straight path for God's name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. You have anointed my head with oil, my cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. For everything there is a season, a time for every experience under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot what is planted, a time to tear down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to grieve and a time to dance, a time to throw stones and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to seek and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to discard, a time to tear and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak. Today, as we mourn, is definitely one of those days when it's difficult to refrain from embracing. So we offer each other hugs through the ether today. There are many things that remind us of those who are no longer with us. This is a poem about some of those things. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. In the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. In the rustling of leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them. So long as we live, they too shall live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. We'll now pause for a few moments of personal prayer and silent meditation as we remember Jane. the words of our mouth and the meditations of our acceptable in your sight, O God, O God, our rock and strength, and our Redeemer, O God, our rock and strength, and our Redeemer. Into your care we entrust the spirit of J. Daniels, for you keep faith with your children in death as in life. Sustain us that we may meet with serenity the miseries that lie ahead, knowing that when we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you, God, are with us, a loving friend in whom we put our trust. You are the light of our life, our hope in eternity. God, you give us loved ones and make them the strength of our life, the light of our eyes. They depart and leave us bereft on a lonely way. But you are the living fountain from which our healing flows. To you the stricken look for comfort and the sorrow-laden for consolation. O God, we see life as through windows that open on eternity. We see as you, O God, endure forever. We see that the years are more than grass that withers, more than flowers that fade. They weave a timeless pattern in a world that is the dwelling place of your love and glory. Now, if you're watching, please rise, and we'll continue with the El Male Rachamim prayer. El Male Rachamim, Shochen Bamromim, Amsei Menucha Nechona, Tachat Kanvei HaShekhinah, Im Kedoshim Adorim, Kezohar Rakia Mazhirim, Et Nishmat Yehuda ben Carmel, Shalach lo lamo, Val Arachamim, Yasdireu Beseter Kanafav lo lamim, Vitzror Chachayim et Nishmato, Adonai hu nachalato, Vayanua v'shalom al mishkavo Amen. Compassionate God, eternal Spirit of the universe, grant perfect rest in your sheltering presence to J. Daniels, who has entered eternity. O God of mercy, let him find refuge in your eternal presence, and let his soul be bound up in the bond of everlasting life. God is his inheritance. May he rest in peace. And let us say, Amen. We praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who forms us in the divine image, who nourishes and sustains us in your goodness, who causes all of us to die, and who implants immortal life within us. We praise you, O God, judge of truth. Eternal is your might, O God. All life is your gift. Great is your power to save. With love you sustain the living, and with great compassion you give life to all. You send help to the falling and healing to the sick. You bring freedom to the captive and keep faith with those who sleep in the dust. We praise you, O God, who implants eternal life within us. And now we're ready to lower the coffin.